What's going on, guys? Brian JZ300 back at it again with another video, another Lexus video at that. This is part 2 of the KFD Team Angle kit installation, because the part 1 was all the fails and stuff. Part 2 is all about good things, baby, because I already finished the other side and I know it's a lifted, so you won't be able to see it well. We can at least see how much camber I have, but I wanted to save that for last, so you guys are able to see, you know, from beginning to end process of how to do the installation. So this is pretty much a how to install the KFD Team Angle kit for the IS300 / the SXE10 chassis. Excuse me. So obviously start off taking the wheel. So I'm about to take off the wheel, and then we'll continue from there, and we'll do it step by step. What you will need for this installation, I guess you could say, is KFD does not send hardware. So make sure you, for sure, 100% sure, you go grab some bolts from your hardware store. I went to True Value, picked up some 12 by 1.5. So make sure you pick up 12 by 1.5. They could be about yay long, which is like about, I'd say like an inch and a half possibly. So this should be good enough. If anything, I had like a little excess at the end, which I'll show you on this next one. You will need a grinder, because you do need to cut your ball joint, because you need to pick up the pickup point for the tie rod. You cut it off, and this new plate provides the new pickup for the tie rod. So that's why you need a GS300 tie rod. Another, like I just said, you need a 2000 GS300 tie rod. I said 2003, same shit. 2000 GS300 tie rod. Left and right, obviously. Picked mine up from AutoZone. You could pick it up anywhere, but I picked them up from AutoZone because I get a hookup for work, commercial price, blah blah blah, whatever. You're gonna need about, I think, a 19mm box end wrench for loosening up the bolt for the tie rod, and I use an impact gun, electric impact gun, but you can use obviously a wrench, which is 17mm, which will take off your ball joint. 19mm socket and 19mm, 17mm to remove your ball joints and tie rod, and a hammer to bang your shit out. I myself made it easier for myself and went to AutoZone and picked up a puller tool. So that, you know, that itself, you know, it'll pretty much push out the actual tie rods and stuff like that. All right, so first things first, you start out with a 14mm, two 14 mils in the back to take off the caliper, and then after that you use I believe it's 17, if I'm correct, to remove the bracket. You don't have to take all this off. You can literally just take the ball joint out, but I'm taking it off, 1, to lube my brakes, 2, because it makes it easier on me. So it takes a little longer, but for me it's honestly easier. So I always recommend you put something there to hold it up. But like I said, the next one are these 2 bolts right here, which I believe, let me double check, 17s. If not 17s, they're 19s. So let's check it out. Yep, 17s. So 2 17s in the back to remove the actual bracket off. Now what you do is, I took the cotter pin off and it flew away. I don't know where it's at, but take the cotter pin off, then you use a 17 to take this off, and then after that you go and you can remove the tie rod, which is, I believe, a 19 or a 17 again. I think it's a 17, but obviously you remove the cotter pin. The bottom piece is a 19, the ball joint, and you gotta remove the cotter pin on that too. And then after that, you should be all set with the whole spindle coming off. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, which is 17, and then the ball joint at the bottom, 19. And then I'm gonna use my puller to take them off. If not, you have to bang the shit out of it for it to come off. This is a puller that I use to take it off. If you want to bang the shit out of it, you can. If you want to make your life easier, get one of these. But pretty much you just tighten until until it pushes it all the way up. So pretty much takes it out with force, which I feel like it's about to. Boom. This fucking flew. And now the tie rod is off. And now the spindle's free. And that's the RCA right there. So at this point what we do is we unbolt the RCA bolts, which for me are 17s. And then I do the same thing for the top with the puller, with that tool up there, and the whole spindle's free. And now I can work, you know, with no issues with this right here, which I'm gonna have to cut. This is the portion to cut, and I'll show you guys that when I'm at the point. One thing I do want to mention, this, when you take off your spindle, make sure you remove the speed sensor and make sure it's not dangling either. Now that I think about it, I didn't put it back on the other side, so I'm gonna have to jack up the other side after this, take the wheel off, and put that speed sensor back in. So shit. Good thing I was telling you guys. The top is loosened, so is the bottom. There's the RCA, it's free, and now it's easy to access this, where you have to remove the cotter pin in that 19 like I was saying. But this is where you have to cut, and you have to cut right where that ridge is, right here, or maybe even a little less, so that it doesn't rub with the tie rod when it's on the plate. I'm just not gonna take it off. I don't want to deal with it. The more I fuck with it, it's just gonna tear the ball joint. So honestly, you could just cut it off here and then bolt the plate on top. So let me just start cutting here, and you'll get to see what I mean. But like this edge right here, I have to shave down, and I'm just gonna make that side round. But that rust hole is pretty much almost how you want to make it, because I'll show you on the plate how the tie rod is really close to this. So you want to make it to where you know, there's no possibility of the tie rod and the ball joint rubbing. So I think that's about good enough. I'll bring over the plate. Maybe I should grind down a little more there to make it look better, but I'll bring over the plate just so you can see, and I'll bring the tie rod, how close it gets. And the way it sits is like this. Believe it, like that. And so the tie rod goes right there, and so what you want is the tie rod not to hit right here, so that's why you have to grind so much. So that right there is good enough. I'm just gonna throw some paint so it doesn't rust right there, and then we're gonna go ahead and bolt everything up again. You do have to get an alignment after, so make sure you go get an alignment right after you finish this, and try not to drive it too much because your tires are gonna get fucked. But yeah, safety first, guys. Safety first, because you know, you're grinding shit. It does not provide the hardware, so go get yourself some 12 by 1.5 bolts, about 1.5 inches long, and they go through the ball joint down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start tightening these down, and after that we can do the tie rod. Put the tie rod on here, and then we can go ahead and put the spindle back on. So like I said, you don't have to remove the spindle, but it makes it easier for me to work. Like you see, this was cake. Doing it like this, I could just sit here and not have to go under and shit like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these down, and then we'll do the tie rod. All right, so GS300 tie rod's on there. Like I said, alignment's gonna be ass, so just throw it on there and take it to an alignment rack. But 19 mil. Make sure you line up the hole for the motherfucking cotter pin. And then now what we could do is retighten this one right here. It's another 19. And then what we'll do now is put the spindle on. All right, I got carried away, but pretty much where the RCAs go, the spindle connects down here, 2 bolts to this plate. So 2 bolts for the spindle. Obviously the ball joint at the bottom, ball joint at the top. Still trying to find my freaking cotter pin for it, but tie rod is in, cotter pin's in. So it's for the ball joint, So now as soon as I find the cotter pin for the top, we can put the brakes together, put the wheel on, boom, call it a day. Took a quick little dinner break because I was fucking starving. But I'm gonna go ahead and lube this shit up. You know where the brake pads go since I took them off. Might as well just go buy this quick little pack from AutoZone. So, you know, here, backside as well. Put the pads in, then we'll put the caliper on. Make sure everything's tight. We'll go ahead and throw the wheel on and we're done. And then I'll show you guys the fitment that we have now. All right. Ignore how dirty and dusty and all the tools and shit like that. But look, that's fat camber already. I mean like fat camber. Let's bring it down. Ooh, look at that fitment though, and that camber. Let me get it from over here. God damn. Why the fuck? Alright, that I gotta address later. I don't know why that shit's looking weird as fuck right now. I don't like that. Anyways, look at that though. Sheesh. All that camber. So that's from the KFD Team kit. I already did this side earlier. But obviously alignment is fucked. But install is complete. Obviously, I'm not a professional by any means. I work in my own garage with my own tools. So, I mean, those are just little tips that I have. So it'd be my how to install the KFD Team Angle kit for an IS300. And when you're done, key points, when you're done, go get an alignment, main thing. Number 2, KFD does not send bolts, you know, hardware for it. So go to the hardware store, go buy 12 by 1.5 hardware, about 1.5 inches long, 4 of them, 2 for each side. You're gonna need a grinder so you can cut off the old tie rod pickup point on the ball joint. So that's another main thing. Honestly, I don't know if I'm missing anything else, but if I am, add it down in the comments below. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments down below. Any concerns, things like that. If you aren't subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, please. If you aren't followed to my Instagram, right here, go hit it. Go to the Instagram, go follow me. Go check out the EG. Go check out more of this IS. You'll be seeing pics of the Angle kit once I get the alignment and clean the car up and stuff like that. But go to Instagram, go check it out. Go to the link down in the description to check out those KFD the Angle kit, where same ones that I got. If you want to get them, go to the link in the description. If you guys want to support Broke Boys, you want to support us, go ahead and buy some merch. The link will be in the description for the big Cartel. We have some new hats, fire ass hats out, some shirts. If you want some stickers, you want to get a banner like that in the front, go buy it. Go right now. I'm not even kidding. Go buy them right now. Go. All right, enough messing around. But if you guys liked the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, I'm sorry. If you want to hit the thumbs down, go ahead. If you're like one of my haters out there, go ahead and hit the comment down below. I always like them. I laugh at them. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully next time it's for the EG. I have something right here for the EG. A little sneak peek, but I'm just too lazy to install them. Maybe I will one of these days, but other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys.